you have a lot of pride in what you've achieved, and I think it gives you loyalty in the system which you're now attached to. It's to the actual system that's brought you up to what you are.
I'm amazed at some people when they are totally disrespectful and almost disloyal to their country. And why do, if you don't want to be British, why stay in the country?
I also think that there is, and that history has proved this, there is a requirement for a soldier to have something more than purely professional ability and courage. In moments of great stress, there is undoubtedly a requirement for faith. And many of our great leaders have mentioned this, and how, in fact, their faith has been a turning point at such moments of crisis. We're a Christian army, operating on Christian principles, living in a Christian society. And I think it's very important that these young men should appreciate the fact that there is no conflict between Christian principles and belonging to the profession of arms.
The officer is also trained for possible future action on his own doorstep, if urban terrorism or economic chaos in Britain were to produce a situation that was beyond the power of the police to handle. In a classroom seminar on industrial relations, officers discuss how such a situation might arise.
But basically, the working man of Great Britain is a capitalist. I think that is a fact that ought to be accepted. Unfortunately, within union organisations, the subversive or extreme elements have crept in, which are pushing the thing against its original intentions. And the product of this, ultimately, could very well be a breakdown in the entire system.
The trade unions are going to be able to bring down this country anyway to a state of rubble, and then from there they hope to create a socialist state from then on.
You say there, do you mean that 100% of the trade unions actually believe this?
No,
I think what it is
it doesn't need to be 100%.
Well, obviously it doesn't need to be 100%, I think that the problem which David brought out here is that the communists in the trade unions, and you speak specifically about the communists because their aims are to change the state through any means possible. The communists being the most militant people in the trades union, they hold a disproportionate amount of power to the amount of people which they have.
What I'm saying is will they be able to, and I think depending on how much apathy still exists and whenever the country's going to fall around its ears, will that small percentage be able to get away with what it wants to do, i.e. turn this country into...
It's achieving it at the moment.